Hi, everyone. Welcome to Wisdom from the Edge. I'm your host, Lisa, global executive leader, energetic healer, and spiritual guide. This channel is about energetic healing, learning how to heal thyself through visualization, through frequency attunement, and through imagination. And today's episode, we're going to start a new series. And this series, we're going to be diving into healing mental discomforts. And specifically, we're going to work on dissolving negative thought loops that are sitting within the subconscious mind. So I will be guiding you towards living a life free of limitations. And I ask for you, while we go through this practice, is to be in a quiet space and close your eyes so that you can uplift a different state of consciousness. And so we're going to get started with a grounding. And I'm going to ask you to close your eyes, roll your shoulders back once, spine straight, feet flat on the floor, chin parallel to the floor. Rest your hands comfortably one over the other, facing up on your lap. And let's take a deep breath in through the nose. And a double exhale out through the mouth, like this. And another deep breath in through the nose. And a double exhale out through the mouth. Releasing all the air from your lungs, from your belly. Again, deep breath in. And double exhale out through the mouth. Relaxing the shoulders, relaxing any tension in the body. 2 more times, deep breath in. And double exhale out. Last time, deep breath in. And double exhale out through the mouth. And as you continue to have your eyes closed, we are working in energy healing. And the energy healing here that we are focused on is releasing the perpetual negative thought loops that sit within the subconscious, in the mind that doesn't know what it doesn't know, until we bring it up to the surface in our consciousness so that we can release it. And part of the energy work here in this space that I'm working with energy is to accelerate the healing within you mentally, emotionally, energetically, physically, spiritually, so that you can have the best life. And so I am inviting you to stay with the breath, focus on inhalation and exhalation. And I invite you to slow that breath down. And you may want to count the breath, maybe an inhalation of 6 or 8, pausing at the top of the head, releasing that breath through the nose to a count of 6 or 8, pausing at the bottom of the breath. And we're going to go into a chain of cells that I see that have been running the same pattern. And we're going to go into this pattern and we're going to start to infuse. I see these deadbolts. So this pattern that is circular in motion is now stabilized with 4 deadbolts. And I'm going to go into this thought pattern, this thought loop that is perpetual in nature and will surface itself, whether consciously or not, when something maybe positive is happening in your life. But that negative thought loop is always there. And maybe that thought loop looks like nothing is ever going to work out for me. Maybe I'm not worthy of receiving. Maybe this person will always be this way, or I will never get ahead, or my money issues are always the same. Life is hard. I am blaming this or that person for how my life has turned out. And we're going to start to infuse like an injection of a pink, turquoise pink hue. It's translucent in color. And it's going to be injected in the other 4 quadrants that are kind of opposite of the deadbolts, infusing this pattern with softness. Rose quartz is coming in, and I'm pulling out these, I'll call them dark threads out of this pattern that looks like a column, but it's stabilized and it's not able to move. So again, I want you to focus on your breath, even though you can visualize what I'm saying. Don't forget to breathe, slowly breathing in and out through your nose, keeping your eyes closed if that's comfortable for you. And we're pulling out this dark thread, and I am winding this dark thread as if I'm spooling a thread, like a big thick yarn. I'm spooling it. And it's quite long. And we've got multiple spools going at the same time because this is a thought loop that has been within the system of your mental body for a long time. And it no longer serves you. As a matter of fact, it hasn't been serving you, but it's not easy to release. So we are removing the energy around it that has been almost as if this yarn or this thread that's dark has been stitched in lots of different zigzag ways. And so we're unraveling it and we're putting it in this spool, releasing, dissolving the actual construct of this negative thought pattern. And we're disassembling it. So it no longer has the same hold on you. And I'm getting the words inject the red dye. I don't know what that means. It doesn't need to mean anything. But it is important to know that anything energetically, as everything is energy and energy is infinite, that the potentiality of healing a negative thought loop pattern is absolutely possible when first we believe it's possible and we attune ourselves to the intention of that healing, that it is possible. So as I am putting in this red dye, I am now able to see the more intricate nature of this black thread that has been stuck for a long time. And I am asking for the help of some archangels to go in and to infuse their equipment and freeze certain areas so that the black thread has just been cut. It's been severed. And now this kind of cyclical pattern that looks like a column is now split into 4 quadrants. You may actually be feeling a different emotion. Perhaps you're feeling a sense of sadness. Perhaps there's a temperature change in your body. I invite you to notice what you notice without judgment, without jade. We are removing this negative thought loop pattern that has been stuck, for lack of a better word, in your system that is being released and dissolved for the betterment of you. And you can listen to this video as many times as you would like, to infinity, if you would like, to create new practices from a new perspective and clearing out multiple negative patterns, these thought loops that have sometimes been embedded in us since childhood have the ability to be released and cleaned and dissolved. So now I'm actually seeing the separation about 12 inches apart of this cylinder in 4 quadrants that was once a tightly bound negative thought loop pattern. And it feels confused. It feels like it wants to come back together, but we're not going to come back in the same way. The cylinder will be dissolved, but I promise you a new renewed cylinder of a benevolent new thought pattern that's going to get infused into the synapse of the brain. We're going to have a new pattern, a new firing pattern change. It's no longer that old pattern in your neural pathways in the brain. It's now moving into a new pathway, and we're changing that as we dissolve this old pattern. It's literally been in 4 quadrants, and I'm starting to see it dissolve like ash, like fire coming down from the bottom up, and it's dissolving into no thing. These 4 quadrants almost look like 4 like quarter towers, if you will, of different windows that represented a pretty substantial negative thought loop pattern that looks like it was around for a long time. And now we're going to start to build anew. And we're building a new benevolent belief system that is going to supersede anything that this negative thought loop once had hold of. And I am infusing it with turquoise, with a royal blue and gold threads. And we're going to create, as we are creating right now, this beautiful new tower of benevolent belief about self. And we're going to infuse it with forgiveness. We're going to infuse it with unconditional love, self-love, vitality, passion, curiosity, enthusiasm, peace, joy, deep joy, hope, trust, and honesty, integrity. And there's like a golden elixir that's going around this entire new tower of benevolent belief about self. And this elixir around this is like a sheen, a protective layer. And that protective layer is intuition, such that intuition will be your navigating guide, not the ego, but what comes from a deep knowing, and that you learn to trust that deep knowing and make different choices and shift the perspective to one that feels more empowered. And we're going to take, which was once a hole that had the old negative thought pattern, and we're going to place this new benevolent belief system in place. And we're going to lock this into place. And we're going to activate it. And we're going to turn it on, plug it in. And we're going to design it. I'm designing it so that each and every one of you has your own unique signature to it. So when you take a deep breath in through the nose and out through the mouth, that it actually gets activated within you instantly. And so let's do that together. Let's take a deep breath in through the nose and an open mouth exhale out through the mouth. And this new belief system that is benevolent in nature in all ways, in a multidimensional, a new construct, is the new way. Please make sure that you drink plenty of water. Take as much time as you need to sit in this space and to feel the shift in the body, in the mind, in the heart. You may experience different emotions and honor those emotions. Gratitude is thread weaved in to this entire new construct called a new benevolent belief system. And so it is. Thank you. Namaste.